All right, can we see the game? Okay. Let's have a discussion. How do I prevent that from happening in the future? Because what do I do with that? I do have a Discord server. Yeah, I have a community tab post about it. You can visit it from there in my YouTube. Yeah, I will view. I can share the idea of mods first. We can certainly do that. I think we'll do that in the future. Because, good lord. Not okay. Absolutely not okay. I've deleted the VOD. It is no longer a concern. Mods, if you could review it. It's not going to take that long. You just need to... kind of type in the number that I put up there. I'll give you a chance to look at it. But yeah, not fun. I ended stream. I deleted the VODs. It shouldn't affect me, but I'm so sorry y'all had to see that. That should never be something that people are able to see. Okay, this level doesn't exist. Is it this? No. Wait. Maybe. 1304147. I can't find the ID. We're gonna skip it then. Man, I can't believe that happened in just a small person's request stream. That's really annoying. Did I already play a level by this guy? I don't think so. Okay. We can look over this real fast. If when one of you gives me the okay, I will play it. Unfortunately, that's what we gotta do. Otherwise, I'm going to look at what they said. Level inspired by 9 circles, created by Zobros. Wasn't even that inspired. Made a parody. That's cool. Effects are great. So it's kind of like a 9 circles parody level. Someone sent an NSFW level, unfortunately. Which I had to delete the VOD of feedback that I gave a bunch of people. Like, you just ruined it for everybody. So, very annoying. Bonnie, you gotta put it inside the form. Like, let me delete that message. Yep, someone's always gotta ruin it for everybody. It's sad. Okay, thank you, Endall. Okay. We'll give it a try. This is a really fun level. The execution and decoration isn't great. I'm not sure if that was something you were going for. I would definitely recommend adding more stuff for decoration. At the moment, it feels a bit empty. So like a background could look really good here, as well as some pulsing to the music could look really good as well. That 9-circle effect is smooth though. That looks excellent. I do like that. Background pulsing in this part could also really work well for that. I'm on hitbox mode. I really like these blocks. You should include some of these in the beginning as well. That could look really, really cool. And maybe let's get some variation in this part. That would be awesome. Yeah, pretty cool. Oh, yeah, I need to repin the form. Thank you for reminding me. Form is now repinned. Yeah, so I would add some more pulsing as well as some more deco variation. But the gameplay is really fun. Good work on that. I also got to make sure that thing didn't save my... Okay, it didn't. When it crashed, I think it picked everything out. Okay, good. All right. This is going to get a lot slower because I got to have people check now. You can thank that person for ruining it for the rest of y'all. Here's the new ID. Streetwise by Sodasicle. 1.0 themed level. Okay. Actually, I could also just do a quick... Oh, no, I can't do a quick check because that'd be on stream. Never mind. I'll have to wait. Yeah, I doubt they even chatted and all. Okay. I imagine this is fine. There's no comments talking about anything, so yeah, let's give it a go. Yeah, definitely a fun classic level. I will say this, Streetwise as a song can like conceptually has a lot of stuff that you can sync to. So like all these little random blips and stuff like the boom, bum, bum, but you could get a background pulse there and that would like elevate it to 100 times with the music sync. So I would honestly experiment around with adding more pulses to all the random beats in this music. Because there's a lot you can do here. Otherwise, these vibes are awesome. Love some classic 1.0 stuff. Yeah, your execution of the style is pretty good. I just think the song representation could have been a little bit better. You know? This reminds me of the 1.0 community levels that we're having being made. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I would just recommend more music sync. Towards the end, it was a lot better with that, but yeah, more music sync. Sodasicle, you would probably honestly enjoy contributing to the 1.0 community project. If you're interested in maybe doing a level for that, you should join the Discord. I have a community post with the link. I think you could make some great levels for it. I don't know if you're still in chat though, but yeah. Yeah, so that's the kind of levels that we need in the 1.0 community Discord or Discord project. We'd love to have you. All right. 29. Ethan Basic. I feel like this is not the right ID because the creator's J1013. One three one two 8078. It's not that. This one. Okay, maybe they put in the wrong creator. I don't know. Let's put it back in. Let's do whatever the ID is. If it's wrong, it's wrong. All right, and they said I made this level for fun and creator points. So, yeah. So, right off the bat, making for creator points isn't really a great intention. I can understand if you've been building levels for a while and you really want to get the achievements. I understand that. But if you're just making a level for the sake of making a level for creator points, that's not so great. I think this is fine. I'm not seeing anything sus in the comments, so. Oh yeah, there's a... I don't even think this is the right level, to be honest. This is probably not the right level. But yeah, Finisher 3D. Use a variation of blocks instead of just a singular 1.3 grid block. I do like how much color you're using in the backgrounds. That works really well. Yeah, there's the decoration is very poorly executed in this, unfortunately. Gameplay's pretty fun, all things considered. Yeah, I don't think this is the right level, so I'm gonna actually exit out here. So, yeah, this isn't the right one. I don't know where that ID is supposed to lead to, but can't find it, so we're gonna delete it and move on. Make sure you got the right ID when you're filling out the form. All right, number 30. Donum 555. Okay. I'll leave the ID up for y'all. I want the community, mostly beginners, to enjoy more easy levels. That's a good reason to build. Well, something I can do is I can check to make sure it is enjoyable for beginners. Now, why don't we take a look? I assume it's safe. All there is a cool comment. You know, this would be a great use of Geode. All right, it's good. Yeah, that's some nice vibes. I would also maybe put a little bit more in the background. as well as fill in the blocks. But the gameplay is, yeah, it's a nice chill thing for beginners. That's awesome. Yeah, this looks a little bit like a layout at the moment, so I'm not sure if this is finished or not, but if you're still working on it, you got some nice ideas going on. If this is done, I'd recommend maybe filling in some block designs. Some opaque ones could look really nice with some, like, maybe a subtle color change in their hue. And another thing with these spikes, how they're kind of just floating in the air, I would maybe even add like maybe some like fire beneath them to kind of show that they're being lifted. Even more advanced, some like particles that are like radiating out below it to kind of show like, oh, it's got like these futuristic thrusters, just so they're not just like hanging out in plain space, you know? Yeah, fun level though, very fun. Yeah, I would recommend me getting this. Okay, yeah, it's just a version for playtesting. That makes sense. So yeah, keep working on getting some blocks in there. I think it works pretty well as an easy level. So, nice work. Okay. I appreciate y'all who are my moderators. Thank you so much for bearing with me and helping the stream by looking at these ahead of time. I already played a level by Opergon Force, so I'm going to remove this one. We're only doing one level by creator for this stream, so don't cheat the system. Alright, an FN Fuser level. That's going to be awesome. Make some fun stuff. Alright, I trust FN Fuser entered an actual level, so... Alright, Ghastly preview. Oh, I need to look at the mix of different styles, not finished. Well, I can give some feedback on it for you. Ew. Okay. Like the pulsing inside the lines. That's a nice addition. Camera trigger usage is actually pretty good. It's not overly obnoxious. Okay, I am a little confused regarding the style here. Just FYI. The pillars that you're using in the background are 2.2, but you got a 2.1 design. So maybe switch the background to also a 2.1 design. That'd be my recommendation. Yeah, pretty fun so far. Yeah, the only thing I'd recommend is making sure in that 2.1 style that we're not using the 2.2 pillars. Other than that, yeah, it looks pretty solid. Like what you're going for that. Creative ideas, executed pretty well. Okay. Got time for a few more here. I gotta end in about 15 minutes, but we'll try to get through as many as we can while giving good feedback to those who I play their levels from. Unfortunately, we have to move a little bit slower due to that imbecile. Key by Maxime1337 Maxime. Okay. No comments, so I definitely need people to check on this one. Mods, if you could check on this one, I'd appreciate it. Oh, you already checked this one? Oh, thank you. Alright, they said, I want the player to play my platformer level and I'll do something with triggers for the first time. That's always great. Let us take a look. Alright, so because you're focusing on triggers, I'm going to see how your trigger work is. We'll kind of ignore the decoration and other stuff for right now. That was a really smooth alpha. Good work. It was a little weird that this activated something when there was no visual indication. So when working with triggers, you always want there to be a indication when something happens. So like a button or a lever, kind of to show the player that the player did something, you know? The keys are nice, but like when that cube portal appeared, I didn't know what I did. So maybe add like a button just sitting in space for that. That'd be awesome. I can grab the key. And there's the end. Yeah, well, I like how you marked the ending. That's really helpful. Yeah, so that would be my recommendation. If the player is going to activate a trigger, give like a button indication or something so that the player knows that they did something. But yeah, good work with your first time with triggers. Okay. 22. Here's the ID. Psycho Impulse. Comments look fine. Let me read what they said here. Had an awesome idea and wanted to try it in the editor. That is a great intent. We'll see how you executed your awesome idea. All right. Is it safe? I don't know if anyone's checking that. I imagine it probably is. Thank you, NLK. Let's give it a go. All right. If we're talking about execution of the designs, this red looks a little saturated. I would maybe put it on blending. It's not horrible, but it does kind of give off the vibe of it being too solid. Well, these are some cool effects. Yeah, and I would also maybe work on some structuring because we got a lot of straight pillars, and we could add in maybe some curved pillars or something. That would help a lot. All right, it's a 9 circles level. Yeah, the structures look a little bit odd in the level. It's kind of like a hodgepodge. And okay, this right here is what I would consider to be some camera abuse. You're relying too much on the camera controls or the camera filters. So I would maybe focus on the core of the level first, because camera filters are always the seasoning. They're not the main focus. It should be the aftertaste. They just add to the main dish. So I would work on making sure that the base structuring and pulsing is good. The beginning was a great example of some of that we want. And then add in some extra flair with the camera controls. But yeah, pretty solid start. I can see the idea, and I think you did a all right job executing it. I think there's some things that you could do to execute it even to a higher level. All right, moving on to the next one here. 9. A sweatshirt. Okay. We could check this one. I'd appreciate it. Start off as an unserious level, but end up being pretty cool. Too lazy to polish. Inspired by audio visual. Cool to know. Liked audio visual, so made an audio visual inspired level. All right. Well, I'm excited to see what you made here. I've played a few audio visual levels. My personal favorite audio visual level is Do You Hear That? Which is a level where you have to turn your music off in order to play it. I think that's an awesome concept. Yeah, this looks safe. So I'm going to assume this one's okay. Gotta get this on. Gonna wait for NLK to type. Should be good. Thank you. Oh yeah, that is very pretty. And from what I can see, this does a good job pulling off audio visual, but maintaining your own stylistic stuff that it's make it yours. I can also see here you did prevent secret ways, so nice work doing that. A lot of people forget to do that. Let me just check to make sure. Okay, you did prevent it there. Awesome. Honestly, my only recommendation is add even more stars to the background, like maybe several layers of parallaxed stars in the background and of different, maybe subtle color differences. That could really add a lot of, that would make your level feel a lot more spacious. This part's awesome. I guess also maybe some variation, because that background that's in the way back has been here most of the entire time. I'd maybe make a variation on that, just so it's not exactly the same, you know? Other than that, this is a phenomenal level. This is very well executed. I like the area moved arrows that you had there. In fact, a lot of the area triggers here are working in benefit of the level. Yeah, I think that's a solid feature personally. So, yeah, really nicely done. Yeah, that last part was very cool. So, good work. Okay, I'm going to play one more level, and then I'm going to call it good for tonight. My God, it's been a nightmare. Ugh. I'm not playing your levels. I'm talking about that one level that I had to stop my earlier stream for. Good Lord. Never thought that happened to me. Is that the right ID? I doubt it. Yoshin. I think you're supposed to enter this one. We could check this real fast. I'd appreciate that. I'll look at chat for you. I know, okay. Wow, the save green users movement was actually quite a while ago. That was a 2.0 thing back when they actually, or 2.1 back when they erased it. Do we think it's good? Awesome. Let me take a look inside here. You would like some level feedback? Well, I can give that to you. Really fun level. I think your camera controls work pretty well inside the level. And what I really appreciate is that you're keeping enough leniency in your transitions. Like those spider pad transitions worked really well because you gave the players some time to catch up. That is an awesome addition there. Yeah, there's a lot of game mode changing. I don't know if you need to change it that much, but yeah. Otherwise, yeah, really fun level. Really fun layout. Nice work covering the bases for some of those transitional stuff. So, yeah, excellent. I like that a lot. Very fun. Okay. Unfortunately, that's where I'm going to have to leave it today. Again, sorry about the earlier thing. There's not much I could do, but I hope you guys appreciated the stream. I'm going to try to think of some other ways to make sure that doesn't happen in the future, what happened earlier, so I don't get banned. But, yeah, always fun seeing your levels. Thank you for joining. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.